Okay, back on our artboard, here is our 5 symbols. And we did a lock selection on them. I'm going to unlock the selection and delete these because we don't need them anymore since I've already got them traced over here. So I'm going to go to Object, Unlock All. It's going to unlock all these things. I'm going to get rid of those. Once you've received feedback from me on which 3 you're going to move forward with, you're just going to drag those 3 into your symbols palette and save those out like we've done before. What I want to do now is I want to work with the cube. So let's do a file place. And get our cube TIFF. And place it in like so. Comes in pretty big, which is fine. I'm just going to shrink that down. So here we go. Now with the symbols, we use the pen tool to trace in all the pieces because there are only 4 to 7 pieces. This is far more detailed than what the symbols were. So we're going to use the image trace. We don't want to use the image trace on these because we crop the images in at 300 DPI. And if we were to use image trace on these, you'd have a lot of information that you don't need and a lot of extra points, which would make these files super huge. By doing them manually, we get just the essential information, and it keeps our file size smaller. And besides that, I'll be able to tell if you didn't do it. But here, image trace is okay. So we're going to go up to Window, down to Image Trace. And one thing I'll do right off the bat, your image trace should be like this. I'm going to click on Advanced and then ignore white. And then I'm going to try Preview. Yeah, this tells you this may take a little while, and that's okay. So let's move this over into the gray. And we can see I got rid of the white. We've still got information in here. I'm going to adjust the threshold to see if I can get some more of the information back. And so we're going to move the threshold over from 128. And let's move it way over. And we'll begin to lose much more of this information here. Let's go back the other way. And we've done this before in class, so a lot of this is going to be a refresher. I'm going to keep it right there. So for my image, 71 works fine. For your image, a different number may work. You just got to play with it. Okay, once I'm done here, I'm going to go up to Object, then to Expand. It's going to ask me if I want to expand the object in fill. Yes, I do. And then we get this. So now it is vectors that we can use, but it's half done. I need an image behind it. So I'm going to grab my pen tool and trace a 6-sided shape behind it to give my cube here some background. And before I do that, I'm going to lock this selection so I don't have to worry about having to choose between it and something else. So Object Lock, Lock Selection. Now I'm going to grab my pen tool and I'm going to change it to default. And then change that default to a white outline. with no fill. We'll switch it back here in a minute. And we're going to trace around this like we did before with the polygon lasso tool. Like so. There we go. I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit. So this is where I want it, which is working fine. And how I'm getting rid of my tools, I'm pressing down the tab key, and that's just moving all my tools out of the way. And let's see. So I got my outline selected. I'm going to swap the outline and turn it into the fill. And it's going to make it into a white shape with 6 sides on it. I need to move it behind my locked shape. So we do object arrange, send backward. Now it's behind it, and I need to unlock my cube, the black part of my cube, so I can grab it again. So unlock all. Now I can grab both of these. I'm going to group them together, and I'm going to save this. Remember to save and save often so you don't lose any information. And I've been saving every few minutes so I don't lose anything. So when the dust settles, you should have your cube along with some symbols that you're going to be choosing from that you're going to put in the blog. The next part we're going to make 3 artboards to work with, but I'm going to stop this video. We'll start that in a new video.